Maybe you don't need that many support staff at a restaurant anymore because of those robots that right now are costing, how much did that and well, they saw it for sale, right? $3,000?
Shoot, I can't remember.
3 or 5,000. It wasn't more than 5,000. I'm pretty sure it was 3,000.
It's pretty cheap.
Yeah, of course.
It's
How much
cheap.
money do you save in a year from a part-time employee? And we've been in restaurants like Denny's.
Denny's has them.
That has those robots.
Are you sure? 3
Yeah,
or 5? That's so
you
low.
could buy it at cash and carry MVR.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I was gonna replace you with one of them.
Yeah, you wish, buddy. I'm irreplaceable.
Yeah, only because you're my brother.
Yeah.
But I don't think it's gonna replace like a lot of like the whole thing, the whole world. No,
I think we're far from that time in terms of them really like replacing a lot of the workforce. I don't think a lot of people have like to worry about that right now, because it is just in the beginning stages, right? But yeah, I think
What
it
do you
definitely.
think?
I think it definitely will come soon. A time where there's going to be a lot more robots and things like that operating on AI. And the thing about AI is just it's going to automate a lot of things. You know, it's going to make a lot of things more streamlined. You're not going to have as much error, I think, like you do in humans. So yeah, there definitely could be a time where it's just more machine, more robots controlled with an algorithm than people, normal people, especially. Well, you're already kind of seeing it at like grocery stores, right? Now there's even more self-checkout options, right? They don't need a person standing there for each cashier. They just need one person to watch the 12 self-checkout places, right? It makes more sense that way for the company, and they save more money, and it makes sense for everybody. And honestly, I like self-checkout. I feel like it's more easier than to have to go and, you know, put your things on the thing that moves on, and a cashier's there. You got to talk to somebody. Sometimes you just want to go and get your things scanned and move on.
Yeah, but you know, in a way, it's a two-edged sword. Like you're gonna replace people that have jobs, right, with machines. So in a way, it's a two-edged sword. Like depends where you stand on it. I guess. Like I go through self-checkout if it's you know very busy. Otherwise, I don't mind. But you know what I don't like when I wait in line and then the person is just like cold and rude. It's like, you know what, I would have rather dealt with a machine that doesn't give attitude.
Yeah, no,
you know
that's
I mean?
for sure. No,
Like,
100%.
The machine doesn't give attitude. What do you think, Carson? You think AI is gonna have like a major impact, or what are your thoughts?
You think
on
it's taking over?
Like it can't replace Carson. Like, how can AI replace you? Can't replace you.
Yeah, I mean, I think simple things. I think it's meant to, you know, make the process easier for simple tasks, but I think more complex creative tasks are irreplaceable. And I mean, in your industry, in real estate, I would say that you can't replace that face-to-face interaction, that that client realtor experience. It's a very emotional process. I've been through it myself.
Yeah.
And to have somebody else there who knows what they're doing, who's another human being, in my opinion, you need that.
Yeah.
I'd agree with that.
Yeah, 100%.
It's good for simple things like we're talking about, like self-checkout and other things like that. But I don't think it'll replace the more complex things that are in life, like buying a house or, you know, things like that.
I seen one company, I think they're in Boston. They have the robot that's, you know, taking really heavy like boxes and with ease, just moving them around, jumping from floor to floor.
That's sick.
Yeah. And that's like, you know, that's also like a far way away. Like they've been working on it for a long time, but what's to stop them from, you know, that robot, like, you know, helping build a house?
I think manual labor is definitely one of those things that are going to get replaced for sure.
But they're so strong.
But that makes
they
sense.
They literally could wreck you with one punch. They'll punch right through you.
No, but that makes sense though. Why would you, as a company, you know,
not invest in it?
Like, why wouldn't you invest in that? Come on. Like, I understand it's going to take jobs away, which is not a good thing. I don't want that. But why?
If your bottom line is better.
But if your bottom line is better, you're operating a business, right? You're trying to make more money. You're going to be more efficient, most likely more efficient. If you have one robot that can do those kind of things, then, you know, let's say 5 human beings that are working on the site or whatever the case is. I'm not an expert in construction, but when you can have a robot that can lift thousands and thousands of pounds with ease, come on, that makes a big difference, right?
Or even like machinery.
And machinery, yeah.
Like machinery, when you need certain things like a crane or whatever. Not saying it's going to replace all that, but I'm just saying like it could.